Hey, Chris Liepe here with how to make the most of your mistakes and failures in the moment so that you develop the habit of leaning into your insecurities and learning from them instead of shying away and missing opportunities for vocal development. Please like and subscribe to the channel and turn those notifications on. And if you'd like more help going deeper with your own voice, including these mind tricks and overcoming psychological challenges with singing, click the link below and join my free voice course. That's the best place to start, and there's lots of ways we can work together from there. A couple videos ago, I released one on my favorite way to practice. And in that video, I demonstrated singing over nursery rhyme type songs in order to really focus on how singing emotionally and connected doesn't have to be, and in some cases it's better if it's not, connected to another emotionally connected performance. This is a way for us to invent our own way to do something without having someone else looming in the background who may have already done it better. So that's one way I like practicing the way I outlined in that video. As I was editing this video and watching the performance I did of Row, Row, Row Your Boat, I realized, and I felt it too when I was demonstrating, I made a huge mistake. I wanted to go somewhere with it, and I blew it. But I leaned into it in the performance and actually learned something and made something cool happen at the same time. So I'm going to play this for you, and I'm going to react to my own singing. And it's important to understand that what I'm doing here is observing my own voice and with full knowledge that I remember how it felt and what I was thinking when I went that direction, and then how it felt to go, okay, I'm not going to shy away. I'm not going to shut up and redo the take. I'm going to lean in and see what happens. Spitting all over the place, letting different things come out in your voice, being different characters. Okay. Row, row your boat gently down the stream, merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Hey! What kind of in-between notes can we do? Okay. I meant that is what I wanted to do, but you can clearly hear my voice crack and screw up. And then instead of stopping, I let it happen and I continued with the phrase. And then I asked the question, what kind of in-between notes? There's two ways my mind went. Right when I felt my voice crack up, I decided, well, I'm not going to go for what I originally wanted to do. I'm going to lean into that crack and get a neat sort of distorted scream thing happening. And then the other way, I started asking the question, what other in-between notes can I explore? My voice, or my mind, I'm sorry, did not go to up, I screwed up, stop, roll it again. Now, if I was really going for the perfect recording, I probably would have done that, but this is experimentation and practice. How many times have you started to lean into something, lean into a performance, and then your voice cracks, and then you go, I can't do it, or it just doesn't. How many times have you done that? I know when I work with private students, that's the first thing everybody does when I ask them to start experimenting with their voice. If you can't get past, the voice cracks, it did something you didn't want it to do, if you can't get past that and learn to sing through it and see what comes out on the other side, it may not be great. But in the process of developing the discipline of singing through unexpected things that happen with your voice, I had no control over my voice at that point. It was doing something that I did not want it to do. I did not think it would do. But I kept going. And there's all sorts of other examples in my singing, in my practicing, and even in my recording, where when my voice starts to feel a bit squirrely and I lean into it, some really neat things can happen. And in this experimental performance here that I was doing, that happened over and over and over again. A lot of times when I go into a gritty note, sometimes I don't mean it to go as gritty as it goes, but then my voice starts to crack a little bit, lean in. Or sometimes I try to go and push into a note that's higher and my voice doesn't feel like it's quite gonna go. So I do an articulation and go up into my head voice for a minute and then ease into that note. But these are all things that I've learned to do by leaning into the sensation of uncertainty, by leaning into, I wonder if my voice is gonna do this. Okay, it may not, let's just see what happens. I figured out how to artistically manage unexpected things that happen with my voice because I'm not afraid to lean in and I don't just go, oh, my voice cracked. Ooh, I sounded weird. My voice just isn't doing what I thought it was going to do. There's a place for that, but it's also unhealthy if you never learn to work past it. So here's what I encourage you to do the next time you're practicing and even the next time you're recording. When you're working through challenging material and stuff happens with your voice and you're trying to learn how to access your mixed voice or you're trying to work through a particular tough portion of a song, when your voice starts to crack, when you start to do something that doesn't sound, that you don't think is going to sound right or that doesn't sound right, lean into it. Here's a few examples. I'm going to say the words, I'm free, but I'm going to go up on free. And that E vowel is hard to do when I go up. I'm free. Didn't sound very good. But I'm going to lean into it. If I had stopped, I'm free. Oh, stop. Well, that sounds way worse than I'm free. I push past that initial tiny piece of discomfort, or not discomfort in terms of pain, but that initial insecurity and leaned into it. I leaned into it with support. I leaned into it with my mind, and it turned out to be pretty good. This is a constant exercise in singing. You don't start something right? That's okay. Finish it well. Constant on a word basis, on a phrase basis, on a song basis. Don't give up and shy away if something starts to feel or sound a little weird. Lean into it. I'm free. I'm free. I'm free. Ooh. I'm free. Ooh, I found a neat head voice tone there, even though I was squawking a little bit. Let's go again. I wouldn't have discovered that at the end of free had I not let my voice go where it was going to go. I am free. Let's reverse that. I am free. That time, I was able to start with my head voice, getting the sensation of when I cracked, put it in the front, and then ease into the more powerful note. And it sounded great. So take these examples from Row, Row, Row Your Boat and I'm Free and all the other things that you experience where you're about to maybe have a breakthrough, even though you don't think you're having a breakthrough, and then you shy away. You approach something and you fail, or you feel like you're going to fail and you go, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Let it out. Lean into it. See what happens. We'll see you for more.